Welcome and thank you so much for joining me, Alyssa Arundell, for your March 2020 tarot card reading. This is for your sun sign, your moon, or even your ascendant. It just really depends on what feels right for you. So feel free to watch the other videos if you'd like as well. And before we get into this month's reading, I just want to let you know that you can download your free 3-card tarot spread down beneath this video. You can also reach out to me for a one-to-one consultation. I'd be more than happy to work with you. But without further ado, let's get into the cards and see what they hold for you this month. Hello Sagittarius and welcome to your March 2021 tarot card reading. Thank you so much for joining me, fellow Saggies. I'm very excited to be with you. So this month we're going to pull 3 tarot cards to symbolize the energies going on, and we're also going to pull an energy card, which love these cards. They're direct, they're to the point, bit deep at times, but because we're just doing a 3-card spread this month, I like to change it up a bit in terms of, you know, how I feel the card should be done. Sometimes we do 10 cards, but I feel delving more into the specific cards this month is going to be important, because it was kind of this time last year that all of us really started to realize and feel the impact of COVID, and so our lives have changed dramatically from this month last year. So it's going to be interesting how things may pan out for us, right? So let's see. So the first card that comes up here it's a bit of a tricky one, Sagittarius. It's the 9 of Swords, but it's reversed, so I feel like that is a good sign. The 9 of Swords is very much about, you know, having nightmares. For some of you, it's going to be, you know, a physical thing. You're a sign that typically, you know, is very go, get in energy, happy-go-lucky. But obviously, depending on what other things you've got going on in your chart, you may have a more sensitive side. Some of you are going to have a doubly fiery side. So all these things can culminate in our dream time, where we don't sleep, where you're sort of having insomnia, night terrors, that kind of thing. It can also feel like you're sort of trapped, and it can also be a symbol of depression or feeling low, this card. But it's reversed, which makes me feel like for some of you, you feel like these situations are outside of your control and you don't have any sort of power over them. For some of you, this lessens the blow. And some days you'll feel really, you know, great. And then other days you'll think, oh, you know, how am I going to change my situation? The great thing about the 9 of Swords is it is the end of a cycle. After this card comes the 10 of Swords, which is a very, okay, it's not a jump in for joy card. It's about healing from things that are bad for us. So that is, you know, coming. That healing process is coming. And then the Ace of Swords comes straight after that, which is about new enterprise, fresh ideas. So you're at the end of a difficult cycle when this card comes up. There are some loose ends. There are some, you know, things that you're going to have to work on in terms of your emotional well-being, your mental well-being. For some of you, your physical well-being. But I think on the most part, this is coming to the end of something that has been really a difficult thing for you to let go of. So definitely some contemplation in March. Now, the next card that comes up is the Devil. So this really does suggest to me, like, for some of you, this will be recovering from some kind of addiction. That will be more serious and not for each Sagittarian. It could be as simple as there has been a bit of an addiction to a type of food that isn't very good. I know myself, and this is funny, this is what came to my mind, is I'm a Sagittarian. I've been going through a house renovation process in the middle of moving home, and I've been drinking quite a lot of Coca-Cola, which is something that I don't usually ever drink. I'm not a big fizzy drink sort of person. It's, terrible sugar. It's got massive amounts of caffeine in it. It's just not good for me. Every now and again, I think everything's okay in moderation, but I have been doing it a bit much. And I know it's because I've been having, some stresses. So it could be a simple thing like that, like getting out of something that we know hasn't been good for us. For others, it could be a toxic relationship, something that you keep getting pulled back into. You're not quite sure how to escape it. Maybe you have real chemistry with the person in question, particularly in a fiery, passionate way, but perhaps they don't understand you emotionally at all. Or perhaps intellectually, you just don't have really much to talk about, but you putting it bluntly, fancy each other. So is that really healthy? Only you can answer that. But there is something unhealthy going on because you're worrying about it and you're feeling stuck to it. So it's breaking those chains of bondage this month and really asking, how to get out of that unhealthy relationship, whether it's with food, whether it's with a substance, whether it's with people, whatever that is, it's kind of got to change this month. So it's not going to be easy, but I definitely feel it's going to make you feel freer, right? So what's kind of going on towards more the end of March then? Okay, we've heard we've heard the telling off. So what's to come? Wow, this is fantastic because here you've got the Knight of Wands. You find more of your fire. The Knight of Wands is very passionate. He really goes into situations. He gives them his all or her all. And the downside to the Knight of Wands, okay, you can, act before you think and you can rush in and be a bit reckless. But actually, I think this is in a positive way. This is about you getting creative, taking your power back. This is fire. This is you. This is your fire sign. You've been very much stuck in this airy kind of mental realm, stuck in it, feeling like you can't get out. This pressure of sort of this thing pressing on, like a sadness coming and going, or just general boredom, I think, has been settling in for a lot of you, because typically Sagittarians like to travel a lot. I say typically because, again, it depends on what other stuff you got going on. But if you have been feeling really hemmed in, you could be kind of at the end of your tether with it now. So this opens up some more possibilities in some way. For some of you, it can be a new love interest. And if this is so, they are likely to be very passionate, very exciting. I don't think it's the same person as we were talking about before. But again, this could be a band-aid relationship if you're moving on from something that has been very special. So just tread a bit carefully. Don't, give away too much too soon. But the great thing is, you've got your fire back by the end of the month. So I definitely feel taking those steps of working towards removing yourself from any bad habits or anything that isn't working for you, or standing up for yourself more, or, something's making you feel a bit oppressed this month. And I think it's been going on for a while. The only way to get out of that is to make a change, or if it is something that you're not doing, if you feel it's something that's being put on to you, speak your mind about it. They're the two ways of getting out of it. And I don't think there's any other way. But either of those is going to be very empowering. So let's see what's going on in an energetic way for you, Sagittarius, for the month of March. Okay, Angel of Strength. Wow. Yeah, it's going to require some strength to pull away from bad habits. It's going to require some strength to tell people how you feel about a certain thing. But my word, you've got it in spades. You've got this heart of a lion this month. This fire, this ability to push forward, this stamina and strength. So you really can go the distance, but it also has this angel in the background, which makes me think that you're being very spiritually supported through this journey. You may have support, in an earthly way, but I think what's really going to help you this month is the support that comes from, above. If you want to put it, that might sound a bit cheesy, but I really do feel that you're being cheerleaded by your ancestors, your past overloved ones, just, you know, and if you don't believe in an afterlife, then you better believe that their DNA runs in your veins, because it does. And you have the strength of all of the people that have gone before you. So you can certainly overcome anything you need to overcome. It might not be easy, but that spark, that power that you have is coming back by the end of the month. And that's something really, really to hold on to and really celebrate, Sagittarius. Well, there you have your March 2020 tarot card reading. Thank you so much for joining me and sharing this space with me. Again, if you would like to have your digital tarot card reading, you can find that in the description box beneath this video, as well as your free 3-card tarot. But until we speak again next month, take care and stay safe. Alyssa.